Hi, welcome back to the 40 Plus Screenwriters course. I am your host, Mr. L.E. Coleman. Today we're going to be talking about two of my favorite subjects, and those are film festivals and play or screenwriting competitions. This will be part one of Module 7. Somebody told me from the last slide that I did that they really like these slides. You know how much I don't like PowerPoint, but you got to give the people what they want. So without further ado, let's get busy. As I said, I have about 130 placements in screenplay contests, some of them from big contests like the Final Draft Big Break Contest, the Austin Film Festival, the Page International Screenplay Awards, uh, finished in a high percentage of the Nickel Fellowship a couple of times. And so I like talking about these things in film festivals. I went to a few of them and I really enjoy them. So let's get started. Let's talk about the goals of film festivals. A film festival's goal is to allow filmmakers the opportunity to showcase their work to the viewing public. And that's important because when you attend film festivals, it's not only the filmmakers or representatives uh, from the film that they're showcasing that are there. This is open to the viewing public because the viewing public likes to see good movies. These are movies that are not going to be on mainstream. You're not going to see them in theaters. Perhaps in the future you might, but this is a good way to bring the family in and to watch some great movies that you have never seen before. So the film festival's goal is to showcase the work to the viewing public, the industry professionals, distributors, producers, and buyers. All these people will attend these festivals because they're looking for great content. And this is the great thing about film festivals. As already stated, one of the best things a film festival does is to bring people together. Filmmakers can connect, collaborate, find funding for their current or next project, or outright sell their film. But for you, it is your opportunity to network. And that's the reason I advise attending film festivals. I also advise submitting screenplays to film festivals. And that's the reason I have these two modules yoked up because many film festivals are attached to screenwriting competitions or they have their own screenwriting competition built into them. And this is a good thing, especially for you. Now, the purpose of a screenplay competition is you see it right here. Submitting to screenwriting competitions is the most common way screenwriters get their work in front of people. This is the reason why you want to do it. It is not always about the money or getting notoriety. Of course, you want to win, but a screenplay competition can offer you so much more. I said, not only is there a chance to win prizes, but you might also catch the eye of important people in the industry, especially in the higher tier contests. Uh, like I said, industry people take note of some of the screenwriting competitions. Not all. There are some that probably couldn't care less that you ever placed in a competition. Uh, and that's just the truth. And I think I said it in one place. If you try to market yourself as having placed in a competition, just having placed, a person could go, well, who won the competition? That's the person I really want to talk to. But uh, much like film festivals where they can win awards and stuff, competitions allow you a chance to win prizes. And like I said, you might catch the eye of some important people in the industry. I love screenplay competitions, but you're going to have to be very wary and you're going to have to be cost conscious of submitting to them because it's better to submit to a competition early on because as the months progress, the price gets higher and higher and higher. So you want to catch them early on. And I'm talking about this because you haven't written your screenplay yet, but once you do, this, of course, is going to be another avenue for you to get the word out about yourself. And you want to do that. You want to submit to some competitions. Now, every competition has rules, and that's for film festivals if you're submitting a film and if you're submitting a screenplay. There are rules and guidelines regarding how your script must be formatted, the length of the script, the genre. Uh, you're not, if it's a horror competition, you're not going to be submitting a drama to a horror competition. It's just not going to work. You must follow the rules. I have break any of their rules and you're up the creek because most of these screenplay competition they operate on a no refund policy. You also got to be remember that your script is going to be judged against hundreds or thousands of other writers. Don't take it, it's hard to say not to take it personally if you don't place, but remember that the judging process is all subjective. You just don't know. You don't know, sometimes you don't know who the readers are going to be or what their style and taste is regarding films and screenplays. So just remember that, don't, you know, just don't stop submitting just because you don't place in one. If you've submitted the same script to several competitions and it's been a no, you might want to go back and go back to the drawing board. But they are strict rules. And here I have it up here. Your screenplay will be judged against hundreds of thousands of other writers who want the coveted prizes just like you. The judging panel may consist of other industry professionals such as actors, directors, producers, and other screenwriters, and that's how it goes. So, you know, and it's important to really know who the judges are. And I wish more competition listed their judges. Some of them don't, and especially when it comes to film festivals, some of them don't tell you who's going to be judging your work. The prizes. Now, I have won prizes. I've never won a cash prize, but I've won like uh, phone calls with an executive or had the competition push my script to other execs and stuff. But you could win um, final draft software. You can win, I have down here, an option deal, because some screenplay competitions, if you win it, you may sign an option deal because they like your script that much. You're the winner of that, and you may get an option deal out of it. Sometimes it's a free consultation. Like I said, I've had one. Screenwriting software, books, I've won those, and many other prizes. I have be wary when the competition only wants to give you a laurel and nothing else. A laurel is fine, but if you're not going to offer me something that can move the needle for my career, is that really beneficial? I don't think so. Now, sometimes a competition may not have a monetary prize and they'll offer a laurel, but in addition to the laurel, they might but in addition to the laurel, they might also offer you networking opportunities. So I'm going to take that networking opportunity and I'll gladly post that laurel on my poster. But some, it all depends on what you want. And at our age, we want the prize. We don't have time to fiddle around with things that are not going to move the needle for our career. Another thing that screenplay competition offer is feedback. And so when you submit your script to a competition, if they offer the feedback, and you can afford to do it, go ahead and pay that extra for the feedback. It's almost like getting coverage. That's what it is. Again, pointing out the strengths and the weaknesses of your script. And I always say, just like if you don't place in a contest, it's not, I can't say don't take it personally, because we all do, because we think it's a reflection on our work. But remember, you're going to have to take constructive feedback from everyone, especially if you're submitting your script out there. Don't be afraid to get some feedback. Now, you want exposure and recognition, and a reputable screenwriting competition can give you that. And this is a good thing, especially with top tier screenwriting competitions like the Nickel, and I said the Page, and Austin Film Festival, and some of the big ones, Slam Dance. They'll give you some opportunity to get your foot in the door. So the film festival recap. Remember that a film festival's goal is to allow filmmakers the opportunity to showcase their work to the viewing public, industry professionals, distributors, producers, and buyers. And the name of the game is exposure. One of the first film festivals that I ever attended was Script Summit. It is ran by a guy named Jeffrey uh, Calhoun. I don't even like referring to him as a guy. I love Jeffrey. He's got a heart for screenwriters, got a heart for filmmakers. He's been one. He's like a script doctor. He's written books, and I got a chance to kind of chop it up with him. And these film festival directors are people just like us with families and stuff, but they're film festivals are their business. And I remember standing out in the hallway with him, just talking to him, and his son came up. He's about 11 or 12 years old. His son is wondering when he can get back home and do some things. I was watching Jeffrey correct him a little bit. And I'm only bringing that up to say that, hey, the directors are people. Now, one of the interesting things about, and Jeffrey runs a screenplay contest called Script Summit, and it's in Michigan. And when I placed as a finalist, I decided to take that drive from Indiana to Michigan. Uh, because it was my first experience, and I wasn't disappointed. There were other things going on there besides movies. There were table reads where I got to hear, a few pages of my script acted out by some actors and actresses. Also, there was a young woman by the name of Joanne Hess, I believe, and she ran the participant through a mock writer's room. What it would be like to be in a writer's room. You want to write TV. What's a writer's room like? And so all of us got a chance to participate in that. And that taught me right away that the writer's room is not going to be a place for me. It is fast paced. There are ideas coming from all the writers, and they're coming at breakneck speed because you're trying to break in the show, and it was very interesting. And so these are the things that can actually happen at a film festival. Another and by the way, Jeffrey Calhoun does not know about this course that I'm doing, so and neither does this gentleman who I'm going to talk about next. His name is Michael Fair, and he's the director of Film Festival Circuit. And he runs competitions. They have a competition in, I believe, Atlanta, Oregon, Dallas, San Antonio, just a circuit. And I attended my first one. It was the Austin Comedy uh, Film Festival. It's my first time going to Austin, and I had a great experience with him and the people that attended there. Like I said, you want to go to film festivals to network with people, and Michael is very personable. We even sat down and we chopped it up a little bit over lunch, and he would give me insight as to who some of the filmmakers were and what they were doing and how you might want to connect with them. Just a great experience. And one of the things that I like too, people uh, who submit to the film festival circuit and they get selected, no matter what city they're in, they're coming from everywhere. They're coming from New York, they're coming from Los Angeles, they're coming from Chicago, they're coming from all over to where their film is also being screened. And one of the things that Michael wanted to make sure that he did was, even though they were there to collect their awards and stuff, he wanted to make sure that each filmmaker actually stayed and watched the other filmmakers' movie because he wanted to give people a feel of what it was going to be like to if your movie was played on the big stage and stuff. If you're writing comedy, where were the laughs and stuff? And I thought that was, that was a great thing to do. So I'm just touting certain film festivals that I attended. There are other great ones, and a lot of other screenwriters have had great experience with them. So never count them out. I have just a little more to cover concerning Module 7, and we're going to go into a teachable moment as I pull up some websites online to talk a little bit more about film festivals and screenplay competitions. I'll be right back.